Simeon Nwankwo got the goal there against Bologna, and Verona as well with a massive victory too. So we'll start off looking at the top. So Juve's lead is 4 points, having played the same number of games now as Napoli. They meet in Turin on the 22nd of April, live on BT Sport. Look at how it's tightened up in the race for the top four. Napoli and Juve are givens, but then Lazio, Roma, Inter, and even now Milan are in quite the battle. And Milan know that they can move up to 54 points with victory here, which would take them to within 5 of their great rivals, Inter. Fiorentina have made up a lot of ground as well, haven't they? Here's the bottom half, and you'll see what I'm talking about in terms of how it's tightened up. Sassuolo were 5 points clear of the drop zone before the start of this weekend. Now the gap is 2. Wins for Crotone and Verona today. Spal got a point as well, so it's really, really tight there now, and a lot of pressure on Sassuolo in these coming weeks. So a good atmosphere at San Siro. The results this weekend have added extra layers of pressure to this contest, and the first half between Milan and Sassuolo is live next.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Sir Jeremy, you are a true friend of the crown. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Madam Susan, you are an even truer friend of the crown. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. What is that?
This is a spiced honey mead wine that I have really been into lately.
Please follow Sir Brad. He's going to give you a private tour of the Pit of Misery.
Pit of Misery, dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Bud Light, noweth in bottles. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
William Hill customers are getting an extra bet boost on every Premier League match. All you need to do is decide which odds you want to boost, pre-match or in play. And of course, you still get your regular bet boost every day to use on any sport. Simply make your selection, hit boost in your bet slip, and you're away. More boosts, more control, more to celebrate. William Hill. This is more.
I love learning as much as I can. Everything I do, I'm inspired by nature. My name is Brooke. I'm an artist in the film industry. I spend a lot of time researching texture references. Bing's this amazing feature. You zoom in and it comes up with a bunch of related images. How exciting is that? Save this image, mood board on the go. Did dinosaurs have feathers? Hot topic. I've asked it a question and it's given me an intelligent answer. That is going to be very, very useful.
Darling, there's something rather horrid in the path.
Yes, that's our energy bill. Just gets fatter and fatter.
Is that our money he's eating?
Oh, not again. It's driving me bananas.
Don't go spare. As beans get fatter, he's no matter, go compare. Their unbiased information criticize millions across the nation. Before you go bananas, go compare.
He is going to love this. A few days ago, he had back pain. What happened?
For back and muscle pain relief, he reached for non-medicated gels until he discovered Voltarol. Its triple effect targets the pain, whilst its powerful anti-inflammatory ingredient helps speed recovery. So it's game on. Voltarol Back and Muscle Pain Relief Gel. Now with the innovative new No Mess applicator. Targeted pain relief without the mess. Voltarol No Mess Applicator.
You missed a bit.
Being from the olden days, Royal London think if you've got a bit of wealth, it's best to share it out.
Sorry, Roy.
It's all right. That's why they do a thing called profit share. When they have a good year, they share it out with eligible customers, topping up their pensions.
Thanks, lads.
Ask your financial advisor about Royal London or the internet.
This year, Gopi has built her own business with her own two hands.
Each unique piece comes to life in the same way. A messy, sloppy, splattery way. But at least with QuickBooks, she's found a way to keep her receipts tidy. Snap, sort and store tax-deductible receipts on the go with QuickBooks. Smarter business tools for the world's hardest workers. Now with up to 50% off your first 6 months. QuickBooks, backing you.
Mummy! No. Free as a bird, far away.
Find your perfect match. Approved used GLA from £249 per month.
UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League and Emirates FA Cup are for winners. And you can be a champion too. We're giving one lucky winner a pair of tickets to all 3 finals, including travel and accommodation, plus the chance to take part in UEFA's Play Like a Champ Fans Final. To be in with a chance of winning, and for the full T's and C's, go to btsport.com/competition and answer the following question. You must be over 18 and a BT customer to enter. Competition closes 26th of April. Good luck.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Welcome back, everyone. So much has changed since the last meeting between these two clubs in November. Both of different coaches for a start. Gattuso and Iachini replacing Montella and Bucchi. But whilst Milan have kicked on greatly since, Sassuolo continue to struggle. The Nero-Verdi still far from safe, but have their fate firmly in their own hands. Milan dreaming of a top 4 finish, but may well have left themselves too much to do, we'll see. The points precious to both clubs for very different reasons, one chasing the dream of Champions League football, the other seeking to escape the nightmare of relegation as they emerge from the tunnel here at San Siro. There's a lot on this game, Don Hutchison.
Oh, absolutely, especially the results that we saw over the weekend. Crotone winning, Verona winning. As you said, Spal got a point as well, so now Sassuolo on 29 points alongside Chievo. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of pressure on them. I think they take a point in the San Siro if they can get it, but they're going to have to grind, they're going to have to work, and whatever they get tonight, they're going to have to earn.
It's Cutrone who's been picked to lead the line tonight for the Rossoneri, as he did against Inter in the derby on Wednesday. Disappointing result, really, in the circumstances for Milan as they look to chase down Inter. As we see here, Beppe Iachini, the Sassuolo head coach. Take a check on the teams then. 2 changes to the Milan side that began Wednesday's derby draw against Inter. Ignazio Abate makes his first league appearance since the 10th of February, while Lucas Biglia returns from suspension in midfield. Montolivo and Calabria drop to the bench. Sassuolo are without the suspended player of Claude Adjepong and Francesco Magnanelli. Rogerio and Sensi come in for them. Domenico Berardi, who scored 8 career goals against Milan, has passed a late fitness test, much to the dismay, I would imagine, of Milan supporters. So Luca Pairetto is our referee tonight. He's the son of another well-known referee in Italy, Pierluigi Pairetto, who's promoted to Serie A in 2016. Tonight's referee, Acerbi and Bonucci, the 2 experienced captains this evening. Good turnout from the Milan supporters. They know how important they're going to be if they're to drive their team towards what at one point looked such an unlikely top 4 finish. They've still got a lot to do. Can ill afford too many more drop points, but they still have a chance, and the results this weekend have been good for Gattuso, who says he wants his players to play with the dagger between their teeth, was the way that he described what he wants to see this evening. Acerbi, such a fine servant for Sassuolo, former Milan player, by the way, as well. Beppe Iacchini appointed by Sassuolo in November. He's talked about his side needing to deliver what he described as the perfect performance tonight at San Siro if they're to take anything from this game. Well, the potential prize so significant, the financial reward so great that Milan simply can't afford to give up on Champions League football next season. Hope's fate, but a top four finish remains the aim. So it almost goes without saying that they can't afford to drop points in this one. Sassuolo's position, far from desperate, but it's potentially perilous. The pressure mounting week by week in Italy. The time for second chances is rapidly running out now. Points becoming ever more precious and sought after. And these two sides, they're all about that, Don, don't they?
Yeah, I'm looking for a fast start from AC Milan as well. I watched the derby last week, the Milan derby, and they're looking to come away with a 0-0 draw. Icardi could easily come away with a match ball. So looking for a fast start, get on the ball, try and create some chances, dominate possession. But I imagine with that five-man midfield from Sassuolo, they'll try and stay in the game, especially early on.
Suso. Picked up here by Çalhanoğlu. It was a poor clearance by Paul Lirola. Bonaventura's pass, it's Rodriguez. Oh, great ball! On how's that stayed out? It was Kessié, who rather than trying to head it, seemed to try and take it with his chest, and it was just kept out by Consili. Well, it would have been the lead for Milan inside a minute, and it should be the lead.
It should be, and I can't really give Kessié an out, really, because there was a delicious cross to the far post. It looked like, for all the world, just not at home. He tried to chest it, not sure why.
Çalhanoğlu, it is a fast start from Milan. Kessié now. Good pace about them, isn't there? Suso, Abate, good ball over. And Bonaventura with the layoff. Biglia looked to try and place it. They're hanging on here, Sassuolo.
Wow, what a start. It's almost like Gattuso's got his men out, certainly fired up early on. He wants to put this Sassuolo side away very early.
Do you think they're playing with the dagger between their teeth?
I think they are, certainly.
Acerbi now. He spent 6 months with Milan, the Sassuolo skipper. That was in the 2012-13 season, just the 6 league appearances. But they look like they mean business, Milan, after the criticism maybe that they had for the draw with Inter, but Romagnoli seems to have a problem here. What a chance it was, though, for Kessié. He'll still be playing that through his mind.
Yeah, you can see him. Might have just been offside. It was a tough call. I don't know if he judged the flight of the ball wrong, because it looked as though if you jump high and nod it home. I don't know why he's trying to chest it. Judge the trajectory of the ball coming in. Can't really give him an out, whether he lost it in the lights for whatever reason. It's a big chance for Milan.
Not looking great, this, is it, for Romagnoli? Gattuso might have to start thinking about making an early change here, we'll see. It's already heavily strapped up, as you can see.
He's obviously carrying a knock, isn't he? I just wonder for the next minute or two, Biglia might just drop back one. It certainly looks like it's holding his hamstring.
He still seems to want to carry on, but if it's the hamstring, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, they've just gone to a 3 at the moment, Milan, but if you've got a hamstring injury, they're very hard to run off.
Abate now to Suso. Rogerio.
They're a boxer on the ropes at the minute, Sassuolo. Very early on. Just can't find any rhythm so far.
They would have taken huge heart from their last performance, despite being down to 9 men at Chievo. Following 2 red cards, they managed to salvage a point with a 95th minute equaliser.
Yeah, they're in good form. They're in good form, Adam, aren't they? Unbeaten in 3, beat Udinese, drew against Napoli and Chievo.
It's been a wretched season for them, really, though, when you think of the high that they were on after playing in Europe last season. And the departure of Di Francesco has really rocked the boat somewhat. He's not going to be able to carry on. I don't think it's any surprise, is it, that Romagnoli is going to have to be withdrawn here. 2 options on the bench that spring to mind, Zapata and Musacchio. This is blow for Milan, not just in terms of this game, but potentially going forward as well.
Well, Romagnoli must know if he's carrying a hamstring injury into the game. Strange risk from Gattuso starting to play with a hamstring injury.
It's Musacchio who's going to be coming on, a player who's seen very little football really since a big move from Villarreal. Here's another look at that chance for Kessié. Why he went with his chest? Well, it was almost his neck in the end, wasn't it?
No idea, but a fantastic save from Consiglia. He thinks it's all in the back of the net, and he just with that left hand palms it away. It must have been very close to going over the line.
Well, it was heavily strapped up before the game, and now Romagnoli having to go off because of this injury. Musacchio will replace him in the heart of the defence. He came on after 84 minutes against Chievo, that 3-2 victory for Milan just recently, but that was his first appearance since the 23rd of December. He's effectively become fourth choice centre-back, really, Musacchio. With Zapata often preferred when one of the two, Bonucci or Romagnoli, have not been available, but he gets the nod here.
Just go back to Gattuso's decision. It was a strange one, really, wide risk. The centre-half who's carrying a hamstring injury. I'm all for players being brave and fronting up and wanting to start games, but unnecessary risk, in my opinion.
It's tended to be quite feisty, this fixture, by the way. It's produced 7 red cards in the last 9 meetings, so that's something for us to keep an eye on. There's Bonaventura, left here by Biglia, who's under pressure from Berardi. Berardi, by the way, who scored 8 goals against Milan and comes from a family of Inter fans who admire the likes of Ronaldo and Milito, so...
That's always a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming into this game.
He'll be up for this.
Absolutely.
No wonder he got fit, because he was supposed to be a doubt.
The camera keeps panning onto Kessié, and I don't think he can believe he missed that chance.
How much is something like that playing on your mind?
Early on it will, especially the way the game's been going, the flow of it, because it's all been Milan. Until, or if it happens, and Milan go in front, you'll start to erase it, and the longer the game still stays at 0-0, it will affect you, not in terms of your ability to play, but it'll just nag away at you because of the scoreline. And I think because of the fact that the chance looked so easy.
Bonaventura. Cialanoglu applying the pressure on Sensi. Gets a rare start tonight. Want to make the most of it, the former Italian under-20 international. Missiroli with a nice touch back here to Sensi. Spotted the run of Politano, came close to moving to Napoli during the January window. It's Politano's cross into a good area. Headed clear by the recently introduced Musacchio.
A good header from Musacchio. Good work from Politano. He's going to have to do that tonight. He's going to have to run the channels. He's going to have to put a shift in. I think the system of Sassuolo with that 3-5-2 is going to depend on midfield runners. So every time it goes up to Berardi and Politano, they've got to keep hold of the ball and allow the midfield to try and get further up the pitch.
First corner kick of the evening then for Sassuolo. It'll be taken by Domenico Berardi. It's one of the training grounds as it's driven in by Sensi. Some way out for him to strike that though, wasn't it? As Foliriola takes the throw.
Not an easy one, that. As you said, it's one from the training ground, but normally you're trying to take a shot on from 18-20 yards, not from 30.
How today's results have given this fixture more meaning and pressure, though. Inter's loss to Torino means Milan can move to within 5 points of their city rivals and ever closer to the Champions League places. Roma beaten this weekend too. Sassuolo began the weekend 5 points above the relegation zone, but the gap now is down to just 2. The huge wins for Crotone and Verona, and Crotone know all about a great escape, don't they, after what they did last season? Beluso. chances.
Barola down the right-hand side and Rogerio down the left-hand side. Sassuolo's wing-backs to try and get forward if they can.
That's a good ball wide here to Abate. Calabria on the bench tonight. It was a bit of a surprise when the team sheets came out.
I thought he played well in the Milan derby as well, Calabria. Good quality down that right-hand side.
10 gone at San Siro. One gilt-edged chance that came within the first minute. And a cross from the left, which was almost tried to chest it home, Kessié, when it was very much on for the header. He's been having a little bit of stick of late. Bonaventura off the Milan supporters. In fact, it was so newsworthy that Gattuso was asked about it in his press conference, and he said, when a player's getting stick off the crowd, it makes me want to pick them more to get them through it.
So do you think he's stubborn then?
Yeah.
I thought he played well in the Milan derby, Bonaventura. You know, Kessié gets forward, Biglia and Montalivo rotating positions are always holding midfield players, but Bonaventura gets on the ball, and I like him because he tries things. He tries to pick a pass. He's not a safe player.
He can make things happen, can't he? Here's Musakia. Çalhanoğlu. Ricardo Rodriguez looks to measure in across again, but it's too close to Concili.
Just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Good idea from Ricardo Rodriguez.
Musakio's header. Said in the past how much he enjoys playing alongside Bonucci. Has probably not done it as much as he would have anticipated when he made that big money summer move from Villarreal. Sensi. Good ball there. It was intended for Politano, and Bonucci took a touch. Politano's pass. Mazzitelli wanted the return. It came off the back of Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah, well, Sensi's had a couple of balls in midfield, and he's sprayed some nice passes around. Got to close them down. Can't allow Sensi to have too much time on the ball.
Berardi's pass, which is intercepted by Jack Bonaventura. Çalhanoğlu. Acerbi. Pelusa, a Juventus player. Renewed his contract till 2020 earlier this year. Pelusa. Sousa. Cutrone had it, calling for it, arm aloft, but goes inside to Çalhanoğlu, who'll drive one in, and it's swerving all over the place, I think, that, and Concili wasn't too short.
Yeah, good hit from Çalhanoğlu. You know from distance he has got the technique, and Suso just provides him with a pass, just chops inside on that right foot. Not an easy one to hit, was certainly moving. The goalkeeper done the right thing, just palming it over the bar. He needs to do more of that from that left-hand side.
He came ever so close to scoring in the game against Juventus just recently from a similar position.
Yeah, it's almost, he plays like a sort of quarterback, Çalhanoğlu. Great from dead ball situations. Needs to do more in the 90 minutes.
Disappointed looking Romagnoli on the Milan bench, having been forced off with what looked like a hamstring injury early on here. It's Çalhanoğlu, though, who will take the corner. Sakio's header.
Yeah, not an easy one. There are a threat from set plays. Good quality from Çalhanoğlu. Sassuolo have evaded that early scare from Milan.
Milan here looking to complete back-to-back league doubles over Sassuolo. But they've got a bit of defending to do here, as it was... Well, the ball was intended, I think, for Politano, but he got nowhere near him, and it's cleared by Abate, the dummy by Sousa.
We're just shy of 15 minutes, and Crotone hasn't really had a touch of the ball so far. Has been starved of any service.
Seven league goals this season for Crotone. He's been in talks over a new deal. expected length of that would be until 2023.
Yeah, not great numbers when you look around the two starting 11s tonight. Berardi's only on 2, Politano's on 4. And you look at that 3 for Milan. Only 17 goals between the 3.
I have to say, despite the wealth of attacking options, goals have been a real problem for Milan at San Siro this season. Only Sassuolo and Verona scored fewer times in home matches. That was before this weekend's games. Spal and Benevento have scored more home goals than the Rossoneri this season. Here's Suso. Amazing that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Suso, that's a good cross. He's going to come over here to Çalhanoğlu. Rodriguez. Musakia. Suso with Abate on the outside. Suso will get the left-footed shot in, well watched by Cancilli.
Well, he's a player, Suso, that you've got to keep finding with the ball. If you're Kesse or Bilia, just keep finding him. Go out to that right-hand side. You've got options down the left with Çalhanoğlu, but Suso can make things happen. Always looking to provide a cross or pick it. Cute little passes. He's got lots of ability, the Spaniard.
Scored in the reverse fixture as well, Suso, which is a 2-0 win for Milan. He's been saying, Suso, that, very honest, he said that he'd prefer to finish 4th and get in the Champions League than he would to win the Coppa Italia, which of course they're in the final of, Milan. I don't see why they couldn't do both, but anyway.
It's a big call to choose one or the other.
Here's Kessié to Çalhanoğlu. Well, fair play to him for answering the question. Honestly, would have been one to swerve maybe for some.
I don't think you can win, can you? Whatever you say is an answer, unless you say we want both. We certainly want the trophies, and the Coppa Italia would be a good one to win. At the same time, a club like Milan, they want top 4, they want Champions League.
Did you like being interviewed when you were a player?
Depending on the questions.
And who was asking them? Some like it, don't they? Some you can almost see stepping forward for it, and others shy away a bit. Depends on the character, I guess.
International duty is always the hardest, because you always, especially with the Scottish press, they always look as though you're trying to pick a little line for you. It's like you can't win.
Lemos, one of those forward here. Marking out the line. The greatest of free kicks, was it? Rather a waste from a Sassuolo point of view. The conversation really hadn't worked there involving Berardi.
Yeah, there's a lot going on inside that 18-yard box. I think it was Lemos that was involved with Bonucci just off the ball.
Bonucci's clearance. He's found Suso, whose first touch wasn't brilliant. Put out a play by Pelusa. Still far from safe, Sassuolo, but there have been, as Don was saying earlier, signs of improvement. Unbeaten in 4. Although 3 of those have been draws. Their last defeat, 3-0 loss to Lazio on the 25th of February. He's in a difficult position when he took over Iachini in terms of sorting out the season, really. We were drifting somewhat. Here's Rodriguez. Bonaventura. Rodriguez is brought down, free kick to Milan.
They buy the foul quite well. Rodriguez bounced a nice little wall pass, little 1-2. He certainly got clipped from Mattitelli.
Well, with Çalhanoğlu and Rodriguez in the side, they're always a threat from set pieces, the Rossoneri. San Siro still awaiting the opening goal here with almost 20 minutes on the clock. Bonucci, who got one against his former club Juve, is forward. Good movement in the box, and Consigli just forced to try and push it away.
Great ball. Great ball. It was whipped in with so much pace. You see the goalkeeper's got his eyes on it. Chanalolu puts a fantastic ball. He can't do any more than that.
Sassuolo looking to go 5 games unbeaten for the first time this season. They can avoid defeat at San Siro. As I said, they have been drawing a lot of games of late. Misiroli gets it wide here to Rogerio, who saw the gap to try and exploit. And whilst he didn't get through it, he did get fouled, and it's a free kick and a yellow card for Kessié, who's not having the best of nights so far.
No, I think the card's very harsh. I think it just looked like a routine foul to me. It's good skill from Rogerio. 2 players to try and go in between. He looks a frustrated man, Kessié, doesn't he? There's good skill from the Brazilian. Well, I just think that's a foul. I think the yellow's harsh. His arm was high.
Played more minutes than any other outfield player for Milan this season from Kessié. It's a long time for a combative player as he can be to be on a yellow card this. Smallest players on the pitch, Suso will be the one-man wall for Milan. It's Belia who got ahead to that. Çalhanoğlu goes down and gets the free kick. It's all a bit stop-start at the minute.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy. I think free kicks have been good from either side. Sensi's had 1 or 2, and Çalhanoğlu's provided good quality. Game just needs to settle down. Sassuolo have done a good job keeping a clean sheet at the 20-minute mark.
Musacchio. Suso spotted Belia, and can he get the pass through here to Cutrone, who'd made a good run? Still might yet come off for Milan. Kessié. It's a great run that by Cutrone. If the pass had been good enough to find him. Suso headed clear by Acerbi for Sassuolo.
He put the block on Acerbi, done really well, because as you said, it was good movement. Clever little ball from Suso. Little flick around the corner from Belia, nearly come off.
Bonucci. Wide it goes here for Abate. News this week that Andrea Conti's surgery, by the way, second surgery, went well. That knee problem is Cutrone. And sliding in was Lemos.
Good defending again from Lemos. You see Kessié with a little flick on, knows exactly where Cutrone is, takes a nice little touch, maybe slightly ambitious.
Suso. It's a deep cross towards that back post where it's brought down by Bonaventura, whose cross was good. Musacchio is up from the back, placed back in there by Suso. Bonucci brings it down. Well, they're having a go, Milan.
They are, but I'm just keeping an eye on Kessié because he's getting in some brilliant positions, just can't get on the end of one at the moment after that early chance. This is what Suso does well. He keeps defenders guessing because there's a left-footed player who drops the shoulder really well. Clever little ball back in. And you see on their left side, a little bit strong with the pass, and Bonucci just forced to take the shot on. High tariff effort, not easy.
Belia and Abate going for the same ball. Back here with Musacchio, who's closed down by Berardi. The 19-year-old Donnarumma here. Made his first start since last summer for Italy against England. Cutrone. Suso. Belia central. Here is Belia. And It's back for Suso, and on the outside goes Abate, but Suso goes inside and bends one, and Consili palms it away.
Suso started the game really well. He's had a number of touches out on this right flank, and he's keeping defenders honest. He's keeping them guessing. There's 2 or 3 times he's went to the byline on his weaker right foot. But once every now and again he cuts inside on that strong left foot. And he's picking some passes. He's having an influence on this game, Suso.
Speed of passing here from Milan is good. Good intensity about them. Belia. Abate. Movement from Kessié. Taken away from him, though, by Rogerio. And now Missiroli plays it against Abate. Suso.
When you've got a winger playing this well, as in Suso is, if you're Belia, Kessié or Bonaventura, just keep feeding the Spaniard, because he started so confidently.
Bonaventura. Lemos here. Plays it to Paul Lirola. And now it's Berardi. But Milan quickly win it back.
Yeah, a little hands up and an apology from Berardi. Tried the cheeky nutmeg, should have kept hold of the ball. Put his side under more pressure.
Siroli gets it to Sensi.
Lovely skill.
Represent Italy at youth level. Sensi says Xavi is his biggest influence. Here's Politano. Rogerio goes on the outside. It was too high. The man arriving in the middle, Mazzitelli.
They certainly look a threat, Sassuolo, on the counter-attack. They're getting the ball wide and putting in some dangerous crosses. I think their game plan's been good. They're allowing Milan to have a lot of possession in these sort of areas, which is not hurting the away side. And they're squeezing them a little bit better in and around the halfway line.
Xavi heading behind. It's far from a free hit, this for Sassuolo. They have the poorest home record in Serie A, which I guess just puts that extra pressure on them away from home. It's been busy, hasn't he? Andrea Consili, who was born in Milan. Something of a homecoming for him today. Çalhanoğlu will take the corner for the Rossoneri. Looked on by Berardi, sent back forward by Rodriguez. Decision's gone against Çalhanoğlu.
Silly foul to give away. Just stay on your feet. You've got the defender penned in. Don't give a cheap foul away. Easy for the referee, that. And this is the work from Suso, who's done really well. He had good runners going in that 18-yard box as well. The goalkeeper, Consili, done well, keeping his eyes on that.
Clear by Rodriguez. Last touch was off Berardi. Signed his new contract this week. Gattuso. Keeping with Milan. He'll hope anyway until 2021. Although he did say, in the business I'm in, it'd only take 3 defeats and I'll be stood outside the training ground with my suitcase packed.
I spoke to a Milan fan yesterday. I asked them about the appointment or the re-signing of Gattuso, and they said that they're happy. They've had far too many managers of late.
If you can get some consistency and continuity, surely it can only help a club that's had so much upheaval in the last few years, as Rogerio showed a yellow card.
Yeah, it just gets too tight there, Rogerio. Clear foul on Suso. He wanted the pass dinked over the top. I think he said he didn't want that to feed. He comes short there, Suso, to then spin in behind.
Almost half an hour gone at San Siro.
Penalty spot will be the target.
Make their way in. It was towards the penalty spot, wasn't it? And well, the deliveries from wide areas have been really good for Milan tonight.
Fantastic free kick. I couldn't see in real time there was any contact on Bonucci. It looked like a Cherby that got lucky. It could have been a foul, it could have been a penalty. The referee spots that. I don't know why Bonucci's holding his face. He didn't get contact in the face. It was more of a block off.
The referee couldn't have been in a better position to see that, could he?
Difficult for referees when there's so many bodies and so much to look at. I think he's play acting slightly there, Bonucci. There was no contact, in my opinion, to his face.
There isn't to the face, but he is blocked up, isn't he?
Yeah, in and around his chest area. So it could have been a foul, but I don't know why the Italian's holding his face. He's play acting slightly.
Bonucci's face is okay, but we knew that already.
It was good delivery from Suso from the free kick.
Lemos is making only his second Serie A appearance today, the Uruguayan for Sassuolo. Çalhanoğlu, slowly growing into that number 10 shirt. Comes with a real weight, I should imagine, when you play for Milan. Rodriguez wears number 68. After the year his mum was born, apparently. Here's Bonaventura. Abate. Wide here for Suso. Suso, again, always looking to bring it onto the left foot. Benoit, Missy Rowley got a touch.
I know it's not Abate's forte, but from 20 yards, it just opened up for him, and I thought he might have took the shot on. He went safe. Just played a little ball out to Suso.
Matteo Musacchio. Abate. Milan's ball. As Kessié makes a good run here, and he's got Cutrone in the middle. He went for the near post, I think. Still Kessié, and all well, tried to put it through the legs of Consigli.
He's having a strange game, Kessié, isn't he? Because I'm pretty much sure if we could have that one back, he should have fired it across the 6-yard box. Cutrone had a tap in, really. He's had an eventful half an hour.
It's not his night so far, though, is it? Çalhanoğlu will take the corner kick here. Biglia stood just towards the edge of the area, as is Suso. Good defensive header by Lemos. It's Politano looking to use his pace against Rodriguez here. Mazzitelli has spotted Berardi. Berardi couldn't get the crossover, prevented by Abate.
Yeah, he's asking for offside as well. Got to stay on his feet there, the fullback. Done a good job.
Sensi sends it in. No one anywhere near Donnarumma as he punched that clear. Volley by Rogerio. Politano. It's a good effort, it's been spilt and he recovered well. Donnarumma as Lemos tries to divert it towards goal.
Well, he did recover well, but all stemmed from seconds earlier. Donnarumma punching something when 99 times out of 100, especially in training, he would easily get hold of the first one, spill that one, done really well with his right foot to clear the danger. This was a quick thinking from Abate on the throw-in. Just wonder if Kessié could go across the near post there. In the end, he's trying to manufacture something on the angle.
You can see how frustrated Cutrone was as well there, that he didn't get the pass. Lots more live Serie A coming up for you. From Bergamo, it's Atalanta against Inter, Saturday 7:30. The pressure on Inter after their defeat today. Fiorentina have won 6 in a row up against relegation-threatened Spal next Sunday at 11:30. Another chance to see Milan in action. What a game as well against title-chasing Napoli next Sunday at 2. That's on ESPN. And then next Sunday at 5, it's Juve against Sampdoria on BT Sport 3. So with Napoli playing earlier, it would mean the gap at the top could be down to a point by the time that Juventus host Sampdoria. Best title race of the major European leagues this season in Italy, and the race for the top 4 and the relegation battle all tight as well. It's going to be a brilliant end to the season, and we'll have it all on BT Sport. Here's Mazzitelli. Cialanoglu, urged on by the crowd here, puts one through the legs. Here's Bonaventura, advantage play. Cutrone's there, it took a deflection and put round the post by Consigli. There's been a yellow card shown in there as well. 10 to go in this first half.
Well, it's all happening, especially over the last minute or two. Milan just starting to force the issue slightly.
Good movement here by Bonaventura. Cross measured by Cialanoglu. Susso's at the back post. And Bonucci. Keeping the pressure on here, Milan.
Yeah, I think Bonucci was just waiting for any sort of contact. He was very willing to hit the floor and try violently.
Thought about it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kessié. Good ball over, well anticipated by Acerbi. Rodriguez, the crowd wanted a shot. There's a slip here by Cialanoglu. It's unorthodox, but he's kept it. Sousa up against Rogeria.
These are decent times for Milan. The Sassuolo have to stay switched on just before half-time.
How quickly Gattuso wants it back in play. Intense as a player, intense as a coach as well.
It's a good period for Milan, this.
Cutrone, Kessié, Cutrone. Well, Cherby's playing well at the back, and he's going to have to, the way that Milan are having a go here.
Certainly is. He hasn't given Cutrone a kick so far.
Rodriguez. Cialanoglu. Few of the players slipping, aren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe a change of studs required at half-time. Given away though. Missiroli.
The away side are certainly getting back in their shape. Every time they lose the ball, they've got good numbers behind the ball and making it hard for Milan to try and pick any passes. It's a nice little chop from Cialanoglu. I think that's where the yellow cards come from. Mazzitelli, I think, gets it.
Here's Missiroli, supported by Domenico Berardi. Politano's waiting in the middle. It's Paul Lirola who was unable to keep that in. Hard to imagine Sassuolo going down when you remember the huge positivity around the club when they qualified for Europe in 2016, competed in the Europa League last season, a campaign when Milan didn't feature in Europe. That just shows how far Sassuolo have come as a club, maybe how far or how Milan have regressed, I suppose you could say as well. Here's Sousa.
Oh, Di Francesco done a fantastic job, didn't he? Bright young manager now at Roma.
Yeah. Sliding in was Cialanoglu, and it was appreciated by the crowd. slowly winning them over, I think, game by game at the moment, Çalhanoğlu. It was a slow start for him, I think it's probably fair to say. Milan.
Sloppy. Bonaventura. An easy 2-yard pass to Çalhanoğlu.
Well, he was the player who I was talking about earlier, Don, who Gattuso said, look, the crowd are getting on his back a little bit at the moment. He was really publicly backed by Gattuso. I just wonder, as a player, when you know that every misplaced pass is just going to get that bit, how much does it in your mind?
Massively, because football's a confidence players anyway, and when you know the crowd are on your back, it's like all of a sudden you're changing your game, you're trying to then play safe, which is, it's not the norm really.
Not for him, is it?
No, because he's a player that likes to pick a pass. There's plenty of players around Europe that are safe passes, but give me a player that's always willing to take a chance and risk giving the ball away to try and create chances. I'll take them all day long, and when you keep giving the ball away and the crowd are on your back, and just ebb away your confidence.
Kessié finds Sousa, Cutrone in the middle. Suso pulls it back here to Biglia, Abate, Suso. They've got a corner out of it.
Yeah, I can't quite help but think every time Milan get the ball down that right-hand side to Suso, he's trying a few tricky little passes. That one to Abate, he'd be better off getting it out of his left foot and putting it in the box. There's good runners in there.
Cutrone's taken up some good central positions and not been picked out at times. Of course, Suso always wants to get it back onto his left foot, doesn't he, rather than maybe whipping the first-time ball right-footed. But anyway, punch cleared by Consigli.
Well, it must be a nightmare for centre-forwards in Crotone every time Suso gets it. You know, if you work on it in training, you know he's cutting back on his left foot, but he's going to put it in the box. It's not the end of the world. Centre-forwards can make a run, but you're constantly chopping and going onto your right and coming onto your left. Centre-forwards are making runs left, right and centre, and it's not coming in the box.
Kessié. Milan pretty dominant, but unable to find a way through yet.
I remember Graham Sharp telling me that Peter Beagrey put about 15 years in his career, the amount of runs that he was making, because Peter Beagrey used to just chop all the time. He never put it in the box.
I remember Peter Beagrey, yeah. Here's Politano, good run by Missiroli. And he got him behind.
Half a chance, not easy on the angle. He's made some good runs from deep. He wins the ball back high up the pitch, then gets in the box, just trying to find that bottom left-hand corner as he's looking.
Frustration on the Milan hierarchy. It's not going their way just yet. Peter Beagrey used to try and turn defenders inside out and then back again.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, that's my point. Because busy, in the meantime, Graham Sharp's making about 15 runs inside the box.
Here's Bonaventura. Rodriguez, that's a good ball into such a dangerous area. That's the sort of cross that Cutrone would thrive on.
Exactly. And it's good that it's come from Milan's fullback, Ricardo Rodriguez, because he's good at that once he gets high up the pitch. Got good delivery.
Çalhanoğlu. Sakio's header was easy for Consigli. Sensi. Rogerio. Sensi. Acerbi. Didn't play for Italy back in 2014. He's very good at the heart of that defence so far. Politano, he's up against Abate, he's dinked the cross, but there's player arriving at the back post, but now Milan can counter. Çalhanoğlu approaching the final minute of normal time at the end of this first half, and there's more groans from San Siro.
Yeah, and that's sloppy as well from Çalhanoğlu. Such an easy pass, 15-20 yard pass to try and find Cratone's feet. Sloppily gives the ball away, puts it out of play for a throw-in.
Teams have always scored in the 4 meetings played so far at San Siro in Serie A. 16 goals in total, but none has won the breakthrough so far this evening. Only 1 win in the calendar year of 2018 for Sassuolo. They need to to start picking up more points. He's going to get really nervy in terms of that relegation battle. It's a bit awkward that for Donnarumma as well. They worked their way out of a tight spot.
They did. It was Bonucci that gave him a rascal of a pass. Didn't play it along the floor, just chipped it. So it bounced in front of Donnarumma.
Sousa, Petrone and Çalhanoğlu wait in the middle. It's the cross to the back post. It's Çalhanoğlu. Two minutes to be added on. Most of it, I would imagine, because of that injury early doors to Romagnoli. You can hear the crowd starting to turn a bit, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit of frustration in the San Siro, but you have to credit the away side, especially after that early scare. That's a good ball in from Rodriguez. Sassuolo are digging deep. There's a big period in the game just before half-time. They've got to go in with a clean sheet.
Kessie rushed to take the free kick, but it wasn't really on for it. Rodriguez with Bonaventura on the outside here. Just over a minute of the first half to go at San Siro. Villa was missed in the game against Inter. She was out in suspension. Here's Abate. Suso. Breaks for Kessié, and now Çalhanoğlu. Suso. They knew what was coming there, Sassuolo, and dealt with it. Bonucci.
Yeah, those three centre-halves, every time it goes wide, Suso are going really narrow.
Bonaventura. Abate's first-time header had not been anticipated, though, by Suso. Musacchio heads forward. A bit here by Sassuolo. Big game this for both. With significance at either end of the table. We'll have a look through the first